Purchase your tracks today.
Hey, sorry I'm late, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Fabuplus with myself, Miss No Mills. This is where we talk about all things big and beautiful. Let me clean my glasses off because I'm ready to have a good show. Tonight I'm going to talk about, I'm going to have my first Fabuplus guest, actually. Well, phone call. She is somebody that I adore, and I'm going to introduce you to Miss Lola Locquacious tonight. And we are going to talk about burlesque, because I told y'all I'm a burlesque performer, and that's kind of, with my downtime, I got started with this whole podcast show. And we will talk about body positivity. But first, this week we had I would say a tragedy in the Fabuplus community. And so I wanted to start out on kind of a somber note a little bit. If you didn't hear already, Natalie Desselle, she passed away this week, and she is a actress from BAPS, beautiful. It stands for Beautiful African Princesses, right? So that was like an iconic movie to me growing up because it kind of made doing the whole ghetto girl thing it made it funny, but it was Halle Berry doing it for one, and then Natalie Desselle was her co-star. And I love the movie because they never made it about her size, and it was just hilarious, and it was like a ghetto black girl dream come true to have some rich dude take care of you. Anyway, but Natalie Desselle, she's also was in How to Be a Player and Friday. She was Janet Jackson, and she took her hair off, and she had the box braids still attached. Yeah, so box braids, shout out to her. Rest in peace, Natalie Desselle. And I wanted to talk about some of the basically Fabuplus heroes who are gone too soon, and people that I just remember being iconic and being big and fabulous to me growing up. So first person I wanted to talk about was you know what, I got a picture of Natalie Desselle. Hold on, yeah, I gotta get my life. Okay, let me show you, because then you'll know who I'm talking about. Almost. It's so little. Okay, so there she is. Let me make it just bigger. So if you recognize her, she was, like I said, she was in Friday. She played Janet Jackson. No, that's not her. I'm getting her confused with my next person. That was Yvette Wilson from Moesha. But anyway, back to Natalie Desselle. I'm sorry, rest in peace. She did pass away from colon cancer, and Halle Berry, who was her co-star in BAPS, said that she represented the actual black woman, and I thought that was a good description of her character, because in Babs and in How to Be a Player and what was the other one? Babs How to Be a Player. Oh, she played Minerva in Cinderella, the real live television one. So the ugly stepsister. She was on that, and she was just like a real representative. Of real women. She had the sassy attitude. She was a little bit funny. She's very cute. She was plus size and fly. And here's some pictures of her in the movie. So. This is from, I don't remember. What, is this from Babs? Yeah, this is from Babs. This is from How to Be a Player, and I'm not sure about the other two, but that's her, so you can know who I'm talking about. Like I said, Fabuplus heroes who are gone too soon. Anna Nicole Smith. I always thought she was like, even though she was only plus size part of her career, I guess, I always thought she was a big Fabuplus person, somebody that I looked up to. She was like bold and curvy and sexy. And she passed in 2007, but she was known for it. She was Playmate of the Year in 1993. And she modeled for Lane Bryant during her plus size era. She also did the whole diet thing, trim spa. A lot of people remember that fad. Next, I have Heavy D. And I don't know if y'all, you know what, I'm showing my age probably, but Heavy D was a rapper, and he did a movie too. I just don't remember which one. Yeah. He was in Babs. He was in Babs, matter of fact.
Wasn't he in Fat Boys?
Fat Boys? I don't remember. Now, I'm not that old.
What you trying to say?
I don't remember Fat Boys. I might have to watch that. I might have to do a Fabuplus movie review. But Heavy D, he passed in 2011. He had his final performance at the BET Hip Hop Awards in 2011. Big Pun. This is kind of a controversial one. This is not really an honor thing, but I would say he was one of the first big male rappers. They all kind of came out at the same time. So it was Big Pun. It was Notorious B.I.G. and who else was it? Maybe that's who I'm thinking of. Sorry, I'm discombobulated. But I remember both of them coming out, and like big guys, they was just like, yeah, we in now. They gave, I don't know, they gave big guys some swag. They may just start looking at them a different kind of way. So Big Pun, he passed in 2001. He was known for...
No. There you go. All right.
No, I got it. Big Pun, he passed away in, 2000. And he was known for bringing like a Puerto Rican... presence to hip hop.
Yeah, because it's crazy. A lot of hip hop artists don't really. Well, a lot of hip hop fans, unless you know, but they don't know that a lot of these rappers actually do have like Puerto Rican heritage.
Yeah.
Especially out of New York.
Oh yeah. And then
so many people encounter the culture, they can rap too. So.
Oh yeah. And Notorious B.I.G., if you don't know, he was a rapper, and he passed in 97. He is often referred to as the greatest of all time when it comes to rap, especially for people from the East Coast. Yeah. So he, like I said, he gave Big Guy some swag. And he wasn't afraid to talk about it either. Yeah, I liked him. And this is Yvette Renee Wilson. She was a comedian and actress. She played on Moesha. Now, she was in Friday, y'all. I'm sorry. She was in Friday, and she was Janet Jackson, okay, that pulled off her hat and had the braids was still attached. And she was known for Andell, playing Andell on Moesha. She passed away in 2012 from cervical cancer. So those were some of the Fabuplus heroes or Fabuplus heroes that are gone too soon. I feel off. Just a little bit off today. I'm going to get my rhythm. I'm going to get into it. Speaking of which, maybe I need a sidekick to help me out. Let me call my friend. I'm going to call Lola Locquacious. I told y'all I was going to introduce you guys, so let's do that. Lola, I'm about to call you. I think. Yep. Okay, so I told y'all I am a, hold on. I told y'all I'm a burlesque performer. I perform burlesque over the course of the past 6 years. Pretty much started out in a troupe called Big Goody Girls here in Kansas City, Missouri, led by a lady named Rebecca Shepherd. And she was holding auditions, and I saw it, and I went out, and I was like, let me try this. I always danced, though. As a plus-size girl, I always danced. And so when I was probably about 16 in my dance classes, I felt that I had got too big for it. But then when I saw this opportunity to audition for burlesque, and I saw other plus size girls doing it, I was like, oh my God, there's my opportunity to get back into something I love, as well as just kind of bring out my own sexuality and get some exercise. You know, I would feel like it was like a win-win situation. So I got into that, and then I started performing independently with some friends of mine. We did just different shows all over the place. So now my home troupe, I would say, my Mother Earth's Brown Sugar Cabaret. Pre-COVID, we did perform at different venues around, and this is one of my burlesque sisters that I'm going to call right now and talk to her. So, hey Lola.
Hey guys, how are you?
I hope they can hear you.
Okay, hang on. Okay, can you hear me okay now?
No, I can hear you. I was just saying I hope my audio is okay so the show can hear you.
Say it one more time.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Can they?
Yep.
Okay, everything's good?
We are good. Okay, let me show y'all a picture of Lola.
Oh my goodness.
And it's my favorite picture of you. I got too much going on.
I'm almost afraid to ask what your favorite picture of me is.
Don't be scared. I got some good pictures. So, like, bring up my screen, please. Okay, so, Lola, we are going to talk about burlesque.
Yes.
Because that's what we do.
That's what we do. Next time I'm coming to the studio.
Yes. Next time she'll be here.
I can be your sidekick. I think that would be a lot of fun. I don't do shit on Wednesday.
Love it. So, you see the screen, right? I think that's Dita. You know, I don't really see her too often with blonde hair, so I was thrown off. This is, I would say, classic, traditional burlesque performer look. What me and Lola, I would say, bring to burlesque is pretty much inclusivity. Is that how you said it? Inclusivity? Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
You're, I I guess we are what's considered neo-burlesque. We do the...
There's my picture.
Yeah, we are... Basically, we're the new kids on the block. We do new music. We don't do the classic burlesque. We do... we use urban music, rap, hip-hop. Not always rap and hip-hop. Sometimes rock.
Right. We do it all.
Which are not the what is typically considered burlesque. And unfortunately, there are quite a few people who are, people that are a little snooty booty about it, but we're here and we're gonna fuck shit up.
Hello. So this is my favorite picture of Lola, and it's it reminds me of one of my favorite acts that she does, speaking of us performing to rap. So she does an act to a song by Tech Nine's Everybody But Me. And if you know the song, it's a lot of middle fingering going on, okay?
Definitely a lot of middle fingering.
So that's why this is my favorite picture of her. And I love you with short hair and red lips. Like, it's just, like, to me, that's Lola. Boom, bam. But, yeah, so this picture reminds me of that act. And so I wanted to tell the audience or the viewers and listeners what the definition of burlesque is. According to the Oxford Dictionary,
right,
it's an absurd or comically exaggerated imitation of something, especially in a literary or dramatic work, or a parody. So, also, it says a variety show, typically including striptease. That's what we do. That's the part we do.
It always amuses me when there are people who are very ticklish about doing the so-called classical burlesque. I won't say so-called. It is classical act. But the thing is that there were women who didn't do that classic burlesque type shows, and it was pretty amazing. Burlesque is not the movie, guys. That if anybody that every time somebody asks us, is it like the movie?
Right.
No.
But you know what? In order for me to get people's mind going in the right place, I tell them, do you remember Christina Aguilera, Pink, and Little Kim doing Gitchy, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, so that's Moulin Rouge. That's the place that I'm like, oh, and I tell them that, and they like, oh yeah. So that at least gets them going to the right place, because that's more our style.
That's a really, really good place to start, because they have that sexy tease going on.
Yes.
They have a little bit of show, but not showing it all.
Right. It's the cute outfits. It's the feathers. It's the glitz and glam, and not just the titty. You know what I mean?
And here's the thing, though. Sometimes it's comedy. Sometimes it's someone doing slapstick comedy and never taking clothes off.
Right.
It's such a variety, and that's why I love Kansas City burlesques, because we have such a huge we have so many different performers, and
we really do. We have a wide variety, and thankful to producers like Mother Earth and Annie Mae Allure and teachers like Stella that have helped us with platforms and places to go and be able to perform. You know what I mean? Also, I wanted to bring up another reference that I give people, Idlewild. That's a good,
very underrated movie. Yep.
Underrated movie, one of my favorite movies, and it has burlesque in it. You know what I mean? There's definitely some burlesque in Idle Wow. So that's another reference that I give people. And according to 21stcenturyburlesque.com, because a lot of people ask the difference between burlesque and stripping, so I'm going to address that. Burlesque and stripping are sisters, not twins.
Exactly.
Have you heard that before?
I've not heard that, but that's what I've always said. I mean,
I love that.
It's accurate. They're not twins. They're just basically two sides of the same coin, just basically two sisters of the same family. And I think part of the problem is that the people who, and it's not all, but there are those, and I'm sure you can probably think of a few who are burlesque performers, but frown upon club strippers. And I don't understand that. I'm like, you're taking your clothes off for money.
Yeah. I don't frown upon it at all. I wish strip clubs were more inclusive so that I could be a stripper sometime. I'm not gonna lie.
If I did not have bad knees, my fat ass would be straight up on a pole. Do you hear me?
Hello, pay good bills, right? I do not have a problem with it. So, 21st Century Burlesque said, one strips down when doing burlesque. One can even choose to be referred to as a stripper if one dances burlesque, because I do call myself a part-time stripper. And one can even, the way in which strippers in strip clubs are compensated make it different from burlesque.
Yeah, they make more money.
They make more money. If you
spend more money on costumes, they make more money at stripping.
Yeah.
Honestly,
people don't make it rain typically at burlesque shows.
Nobody makes it rain at a burlesque show.
Nobody makes it rain.
They don't. So if you are doing burlesque, it is a passion project. I won't say it's a hobby, but I will say that there are people who do it as that it's part-time for them. There are people who do burlesque full-time and perform full-time. Yes. That is how they make their living. That is how they make their money.
Yes.
And I think it's freaking admirable.
I love it.
And if you can make money doing it full time, I find that most of the people who do it full time generally don't have kids, or they have a spouse. They may have a spouse that allows for one of the partners to stay home.
Definitely.
And that's great and all. But for most of us, we're parents.
Right.
Some of us are single moms or single dads, and we got to work. We got bills to pay.
Right. And you know what? All the burlesque performers, any performer, anybody in theater, musicians, anybody in the arts, because of COVID right now, we really struggling right now. For me, it's not my full-time job, but it's still impacting my income greatly.
I was booked up literally almost every single weekend from March to September.
Yeah.
And everything's gone.
So that's a great deal of income. So it says the salaries of burlesque dancers in the United States. Now, this was funny to me because I know I haven't come close to this. It says they range from $16,600 to $68,000.
Oh, you know what? I don't know what burlesque performers they're talking about, but I think they might be talking about Las Vegas showgirls.
Maybe.
Because I don't believe that they've actually spoken to a real burlesque performer.
Yes. The average is $29,000. That's what it says. The median salary of a burlesque performer is $29,000. No, you know what? Honestly, and $29,000 is not a lot of money. No. But if I could perform full time and make $29,000 a year, I probably wouldn't work. I know I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't work because I could do that and focus on my own stuff, my own other income providing things. You know what I
I
mean?
feel like there's a communication gap, but between whoever
You damn right.
whoever they spoke to, because
But you gotta think, because there are very, very successful burlesque performers. Okay, the number one burlesque performer is Dita Von Teese. Everybody, you know, she wins that title hands down. But she has endorsements. She has like Mac.
right.
You know what I mean?
Von Teese was also married to Marilyn Manson.
Oh God, I didn't know that.
He also was a fetish model. She was a month old before she was doing all burlesque. Like she had,
Okay, so she had money when she got into it. She had money and clout when she got into it.
she had a little money squirred away. Like
Okay.
it didn't just happen for her overnight. Like she had to build up to being able to make the money that she's making now doing that.
Right.
And it's not for her, she's got money because so she can be not working right now. But for the rest of us, for the average burlesque performer, our extra income is all gone.
Yeah.
And I think the virtual shows that have been going on are amazing. I think that actually needs to continue.
Definitely.
And the reason being is because there are a lot of people who are not mobile that can't come to shows but still want to participate and watch shows. So I think that even once we get back, and I don't even know how this is going to look, but once we get back to doing live shows, we still need to keep that virtual.
But here's the thing, Lola, the strip clubs are open.
But should they be?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, why can't we have shows? I know that our regular audience is not coming. We know that, but there is an audience that will come, and there is ways to be COVID safe. So I think it can be done, and I want to work on our audience anyway.
I would say it's not something that I would trust to do before the end of this year.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even trust to do it towards the beginning of the year.
No, I wouldn't do it before summer, but we gonna work on a virtual Fabuplus burlesque show for y'all. First, yes, I want to show them some pictures of us. So I stole some pictures.
Okay.
So, wrong way.
You know I'm always posting pictures of me from shows.
You can't even see me in the picture, but I'm in the place of where my head is anyway. So, look.
Movies off of my page or your page?
I think your page. So that's me, Lola, and Mother Earth.
So Mother Earth's Brown Sugar Cabaret is the only POC troupe in Kansas City.
Yes, we are.
And I was a part of Brown Sugar Cabaret myself, and then I separated just to start doing my own projects.
Right.
I have a couple of things in the works. I'm not announcing officially, but I will be announcing soon.
Okay. We're going to do that in just, I'm going to ask you about what you're going on, because I want to know. But I want to, before we even get to that, I did want to show just like I said, that we bring inclusivity. Here is us with our, one of our, what would you say, the most regular host that we had for Brown Sugar Cabaret. That is Molten Decadence.
Miss Molten Decadence.
Yes. And she was Miss Gay America 2019, I think.
Yes, Miss Gay something.
Maybe 18. I could be wrong. This is another picture just showing our troupe in the variety of us. See me and Lola right there, looking cute.
We always cute.
Okay.
That one, with the tiara on. I think that might have been like my birthday show or one of my birthday shows, because I feel like that's the only reason why I would have had a tiara on. I can't imagine why I would have had one on outside of it being my birthday.
Right. I got one on in this picture, so that this one I know is my birthday. Shout out to Michael Strange for the photography.
Yes. Him and Cater Todd.
Cater
pretty
Todd
much did our photography for Brown Sugar Cabaret.
Right.
And also Lisa Bass, Picture Me.
Ow.
Picture Me Young did some.
Well, I wouldn't shout now, people. I was talking about the pictures I just showed. Not like that. Not like that. I love y'all, but yeah. So
Acknowledgements.
I'm just playing, girl. But let's talk about body positivity. That's something else that I wanted to bring you on the show for, because I feel like, I don't know the name of your act, but it's the one that I just showed with the green dress and sparkles and stuff.
Okay, that is my Masterpiece act.
Masterpiece. Yes, that's the name of it.
That's my baby. Like, I was doing a class with Earth of Delights, and that if you guys are not familiar with Earth of Delights, right now she's on hiatus. I don't really know what her status is as far as performing. She may still do private classes. I'm not really sure what the status is on that, but
right.
We were doing a class with her, and you should have saw me in this group, Godiva. Like, I'm sorry.
No, I almost stole that picture.
I went through so many songs, and then I heard this song for another project that I was working on, and I listened to the song and I said, "Holy shit, this song!
That's my song." Yeah.
This is my song. And then I played it for the class, and everybody was like crying.
Yeah.
And
who is the song by?
It's by Jasmine Sullivan.
Is it?
Yes.
I never knew that.
Yes.
That makes it even more relevant. You know what I mean?
She's plus size.
Yeah.
She is she's probably, I personally think she's one of the better vocalists. Like, I love me some Beyonce. You know that girl.
Yeah.
Jack Sullivan is an amazing vocalist.
Mm-hmm.
And she does not get the credit that she deserves music.
Right. So what does body, because I'm on a time limit, but what does body positivity mean to you, Lola?
Body positivity means to me that no matter how your body particularly looks at any given moment, that you're happy to be inside of it because you're still you.
Yes.
I've struggled with my weight since high school, since I got on birth control. Like a lot of women do, birth control makes you gain weight.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what they tell you.
Right.
So I struggled with my weight for most of my adult life. And I got to a point where I realized I'm never going to be perfect.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why I started actually stripping my clothes off. Because you remember, for a long time, all I did was sing.
No, I always saw you as a stripper.
Yeah, I think that might have been after we got reacquainted. But prior to that, I used to just kitten, or I would just sing in shows. I never until 2016, but I had been doing burlesque shows since 2012.
Okay. So we started around the same time. You started maybe like a year or two before me. I don't remember my exact start date. I always forget if it's 2012, 13, 14. It was somewhere in there. But I know that's kind of the same thing to me. It means, that people of all shapes, sizes, colors, abilities, You know, you deserve to have a positive body image. You deserve to love what you see. You deserve to think you're sexy. You deserve to date and have clothes that are cute and have access to venues and activities just like anybody else. You know what I mean?
Accessibility, visibility,
Yes.
representation.
Yes.
And to be accepted for who you are and the skin you're in.
Right.
No matter what that looks like. But and I think we're getting better.
A lot better.
But we got a long way to go.
We do, because you know what, even me doing this show, and when I'm, you know, looking for different things to talk about, and I'm looking for us in the media, I'm looking for us in the fashion spreads, it's a hard search sometimes. It really is sometimes hard to put the show together with, as far as like current event type of stuff, you know.
The problem is that even when you see stuff like for plus size, even with like Torrid and Lane Bryant, they're not, to me, those aren't even really plus
Right. I don't mean flat stomach. Like, that's why I have this picture that I have up behind me, because you know it's more realistic. These women have it still has a ways to go, honestly. But it is more realistic because they have stomachs.
Exactly.
It may even be retouched a little bit, because I don't see no love handles on ladies I feel like should have love handles. I want to see love handles. I want to see stretch marks. Don't hide it. Like, we have
The
them.
muffin top.
Yes, show the muffin top. Speaking of which,
the best part of the muffin, baby.
yes, it is. And I brought my dog with me. So, speaking of representation, growing up, you know, I always wanted plus size black Barbie dolls that look like me. And
I saw those.
I finally found one. You know, people didn't understand. Like, my friend was kind of looking at me like I was crazy, because I almost broke down in Walmart. Like, oh my God.
You know what?
I really did have tears in my eyes, dude. I'm not even lying. I did.
Probably how you felt about seeing that plus size Barbie is how I felt when I first saw a black Barbie or not even a black Barbie, but a black doll that actually looked really pretty.
Yeah.
It looked like a little black child, as opposed to some, I don't even know what the hell they were called themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how I felt when I first saw like a black doll that looked really pretty, and I thought, this is what we should be. This is what it should be.
Right. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to talk about and combat. I want to shed light on plus size women and men and our struggles and our really everything, our accomplishments, you know, our challenges, the way society presents us versus the way we actually are. You know, I want to talk about all of that. So
I think part of the problem is that, unfortunately, it's more acceptable for a man to be overweight than it is for a woman.
It really is.
And then another problem is that when men are bad-mouthing big girls or plus-size women.
You know what? I wanted to bring that up because you just posted about it on Facebook.
I mean, like, my thing is first of all, how are you going to talk about plus-size women when you are plus-size, sir?
Who was that, Twister?
Yeah, like, sir, you are a plus-size potato.
And who? Tell me, who was he? Yes, who was he bashing?
Okay, so it was kind of like one of those backhanded compliment things where it was Gabourey, and I can never say her last name.
Sidibe, yes.
So so basically there was like, would you rather A, have a plus size woman with her own money, her own car?
Oh, I saw that.
Or B, this girl who was I don't know who the other girl was. They said her
She
name.
was she was somebody. Oh, okay.
I don't know who she, like, sure, she's somebody. I don't know who it is. You know what? There's a lot of stuff out there I don't watch. I'm a nerd. I pretty much watch the same shit all the time. I watch my nerd shit. I go to bed.
Well, I know the meme that you're talking about. And it, you know what, Lola? I'm not even gonna lie. It made me sad. Because it made me feel like no matter how much I put how well my shit is together, you know, it just doesn't matter if my stomach's not flat. Like, what? Are you serious?
I'm gonna need you to cut that shit out.
Well, I know I'm probably exaggerating a little bit because I know that people do find me attractive, and I talked about Gabourey Sidibe on my last show because she got engaged to her boo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I did talk about her, and I always I'm a root for the underdog kind of person. And so I just knew that Hollywood wasn't friendly to her.
Oh, no.
You know, they still call her Precious, which is so disrespectful to me.
Didn't that movie come out in 2008?
Hello? Like, this lady... Please quit calling her that. Ugh, it's annoying.
Yeah.
People, and this is another reason.
In Empire...
Mm-hmm.
I love this scene so much. The girl said something about her weight, and she was like, "Bitch, I will eat you."
Okay. Right.
I literally have been saying that to people now.
Right. I love her.
I love her so much, and she did respond to his post.
I know, and I gotta go. You know what? Matter of fact, that's gonna be on my next show because I need to read her response loud and clear.
She said, "See, get a job."
Oh, right, that part.
She said, "Thing."
Get a job.
Dang.
Yeah, that part, Twister. Get a job.
It's just like, who are these men? It's always the really dusty, ashy ones too. Like,
y'all see why I love her? Y'all see why I love her?
They need this stuff.
Yes.
they need coconut oil.
They need some oil over the
Yes.
Somebody just put them in somebody just dip them in some peanut oil. That's what they need.
So what's going on, Lola? What's new with you? What you working on? Promo yourself.
Hey, when can we get you in front of one of our cameras?
A couple of different partners.
Very
Well,
soon.
not a couple of different. I, of course, have Locquacious Productions.
Yes.
That I'm still in the, I'm still putting into production, but I probably won't be putting a show together until next summer.
Okay.
Because I want to see how the spike dies down, and hopefully
The vaccine works.
and hopefully it dies down around before summer really kicks off. And if not, then I will hold off until fall. But I'm also going to I have a partnership that I am starting. I don't want to announce that, but I will. I do promise that we can announce it on your show.
Okay.
And I do have a partnership, but I didn't get a chance to talk with her before I came on the show because I'm not going to lie, I straight forgot.
It's all good. Well, how can people find you? Do you want people to add you on Facebook, follow you, what?
And add me on Facebook. I do have two Facebook pages, but then I have my main. I have a Lola Locquacious performer page, but I also have a Lola Locquacious, two of my personal pages.
Right.
The reason is because I like to upset racist white people, and I make them cry.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? So add Lola Locquacious. It is Lola, you know how to spell, Locquacious.
Yep.
Ow. Told you that girl smart. Lola Locquacious, my friend, thank you so much for joining me. I miss your face. I want to hug you. I miss shaking my ass with you.
We're working on something, so you will definitely be shaking your ass with us soon.
Yes.
And I think the reason I held off on making the announcement is because I want myself and my partner to do it together with you.
Yes.
And probably come in studio to do it because
let's do that. Let's make it. Let's plan that. So next time we talk to Lola, she will be in the studio right here with me doing Fabuplus for One Voice Radio. I like to leave the show with just like a body positive quote. Do you have one that's your favorite, Lola?
Oh boy. Actually, it's not a quote, but it's hang on, I gotta find it because it's from Phenomenal Woman.
Maya Angelou now.
Maya Angelou, and actually I'm gonna tell you I won awards doing this in high school.
Phenomenal Woman?
Yes.
Okay. Well, while you look for that, I'm going to tell them to make sure that they are following One Voice Radio on Facebook as well as YouTube and all social media platforms. Wherever you listen to your podcast, look for One Voice Radio. We have a variety of different shows. I'm sure we have something that you and your friends and family can enjoy. Go to ovrstation.com to purchase merchandise. We have Fabuplus merchandise. You can buy a hoodie, a t-shirt, a mug with a cute little fat girl on it. Yes. A bunch of fat girls on it. Yes. It's so cute. Y'all have to see me wear it. Y'all ain't ready for it yet. But Christmas is coming up, so buy your plus size friends a shirt that says Fabuplus. I mean, why not? Like I said, www.ovrstation.com. Lola, you come up with that quote yet?
I think so. I really should have had my shit together. I didn't.
It's okay. I'll put you on the spot. But like I tell everybody at the end of the show, my instructions on how to be beautiful is to look in the mirror, accept what you see, and call it beautiful. And that is going to be the end of the night. Thank you again, Lola, for joining me. It's been a Fabuplus moment for One Voice Radio. Good night.
Good night.